to just get into some new stuff. Actually, pretty nice big stuff for the game. All right, next patch comes out the 5th of September, which is, 4 weeks away? 3 weeks away? Actually pretty cool. They've updated the roadmap. It's got new storied quests for Reforging Tier and more. Heritage Armor quests, new public events in the Dream Surges, Night Elf, Forsaken, and Draenei customizations, the Mega Dungeon Heroic Difficulty, Eastern Kingdoms Cup Ping feature, Brewfest, and Hallows End refresh. And I suppose that's then us prepped for Season 3, which will be patch 10.2.
Yeah. And if you're paying any attention to this image specifically, who are these, I wonder?
Yes, oh man. Yeah, so if you look closely, you may miss it. Yeah, it's totally Fyrakk and Vyranoth. Note how they are kind of facing each other down, right? So, I mean, especially look at the way her lip is kind of sort of curled in or whatever.
Yeah, they're not directly facing each other, but they are facing each other, and they both have kind of intense expressions on their face, which, to be completely fair, if you have a roadmap image and you want to spice it up, there's literally nothing else you can do. Because you can't put it behind the text.
I mean, this is a frame. This is probably a frame of a cinematic we're getting next week.
That's the important part to think of, is where did they get these images from? These side-on views. Do they probably have access to just, hey, we're going to throw these into a model viewer because we have that, and I can, ping the person, go, yo, could you give me a turnaround of like a rendered frame, just whatever? Maybe, sure, because it doesn't need to be high def and everything. But also, as was pointed out by Ferlin, they seem to be in opposition.
They do.
If you're going to read into this at all, that's what's happening, which is, I think, a big teaser for the where's that? It's the top. The and more. Because and more, if you're a regular viewer of the stream, does a lot of work.
Yeah. Whenever we can't think of anything good to do with the title, we just go, and more! Could be anything.
And if we have enough characters left in the YouTube title.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's ...
So, that and more could be that bit of story then. Looking at this, right, okay, so we're attacked by Dream Surges, and that's the thing. We actually, we know what Dream Surges are. We have no idea how they start. Now, out of the Dream Surges come the Druids of the Flame?
The Druids of the Flame and their lieutenants.
So they are inside the Dream?
They are inside the Dream because...
So Fyrakk has went into the Dream? Or at least people have infiltrated it?
The Druids of the Flame aren't his.
That's true.
The Druids of the Flame are Ragnaros' people.
Yes.
And Ragnaros is dead. So... Oh, I can't remember his name now. The next Ragnaros guy.
But there's the cult of Ragnaros.
Yes. Or something new or different. Now, they could be Fyrakk's followers, but they would be new followers because Fyrakk is now all Shadow Flamey. And everything is around the Jarden helping him. So him with new allies is a bit weird. It could literally be, hey, we kind of wanted to do a druidy thing for the Dreams, so the Druids of the Flame will make it work later. Could be that. But based on current knowledge, it's just the Druids are coming out of these waking dream portals, all fiery and stuff. They have new high-res transmog sets that are Druid of the Flame stuff. They've got new little totemy things that you disable as part of those things. And they all just seem pretty much, again, they are Druids. In the same sense that we see a lot of shamans in the Primalists. These are literally Druids. And you go, well, that's fascinating. Cataclysm too, because that's where Druids of the Flame showed up. You're like, interesting.
So I'm thinking, right, Fyrakk. From all that we understand, he's just in the crack pipe. He just seems like a crazy dude who has snorted up the good stuff and, and is just kind of going mad. And now he's all Shadow Flame. Whereas you look at Vyranoth, and I'm fairly sure the story that they're going to be going with Vyranoth is that, while she is fueled by vengeance, she does actually have goals, desires, etc. Right? So it's made very clear that, she's not going to turn around and just... hook up with Alexstrasza again, as if they're besties and more.
Yeah, hook up asterisk. This is open to interpretation, Bandai Namco style. 3 people are going to get that reference, and they're all going to cringe.
But it's really got that funny if they do.
Yeah,
that's one of the best stories. Yeah. Okay, so those 2 characters, Alexstrasza, Vyranoth, they clearly saw eye to eye a lot of the time in the past, which... kind of means that Vyranoth is going to be, Vyranoth is going to be set up to probably turn over to our side.
which makes sense if
She's
she,
overcoming her vengeance.
Yep, if she likes people
Need
being
for it.
alive, which she seems to do based on the history, then the entire world and planet being burned down because the world tree is probably important and is being burned by Fyrakk and the Shadow Flame. She probably wouldn't like that very much. And that's the theory behind them being in opposition here right now is Fury incarnate. Fyrakk goes, fuck it, let it all burn. I don't give a shit. And Vyranoth goes, does the burning include my remit? Yeah, I'm going to stop you there. I assume anyway. As I assume.
Yes, I feel that Vyranoth probably cares about the world, not in some like I don't know, like weird religious sense or whatever, but the Emerald Dream, that is, it's like there's many different thoughts about what that is. Some of them are that it is a part of the world itself, right? Like, you know, it's part of Azeroth's wandering mind or whatever. The Titans went and, you know, like, the Titans came in, they got their strimmer, they got their ride-on, you know, lawnmower, and they, you know, polished it all up and made it a boring garden. But yeah, so if Vyranoth still cares about that stuff, then I guess a Raidacron completely destroying it, or doing whatever he wants to do, will be bad, with whatever bargain that he's made. And the seeds of that bargain are now sowed, right? Because doesn't Alexstrasza mention that to Vyranoth in the cutscene?
Something along those lines, yeah. Where it is, yep. He's now revealed his dark dealings have now been revealed, so he knows what he's left them to basically handle their own stuff.
The only person who knows that's Chromie, and
probably Alexstrasza.
Yeah, but off camera.
No, it's off camera.
Yes, so but at least in a cinematic we saw them in the same place, so we can like assume that they actually talked. Oh, look at that! Wow, they actually heard the...
Yeah, because they turned noise cancellation off.
Oh.
Because our voices were definitely being a little bit crushed by it.
Yeah, so sorry, I think our audio quality got a bit overcrunched because of that. There's no perfect solution. Anyhow. Yeah, so Vyranoth, maybe our mate, I guess. And then, I don't know, gets to sort of be the sixth aspect for the non-Titan juiced up people.
That's the thought. That's the feeling, right? Where, especially if you look at how Alexstrasza handled the rebellion, and it was, you know, you could say it is boring, centrist nonsense, or you could say, well, she did do a reasonably pragmatic thing, as opposed to hold the principle really strongly. But either way,
look, what she did is pragmatic. The thing that we were a bit disappointed by is that they didn't set the bomb off. There's definitely like, if we were critiquing a J.K. Rowling story, she would definitely have to make a lot of jokes about us being from Ireland.
Oh, of course, yes.
As she did with Seamus, the Irish character, who in the Harry Potter novels just blows shit up all the time. God, she's such a hack. It's incredible. I'm
really happy I didn't pay attention to that when I was younger.
Yeah, same.
Also, I probably would have liked that series a little bit less for being... I mean, also, the Korean girl's name was... Anyway, yes. That was... Anyway, moving on. What were we talking about? Yes, Vyranoth being kind of the... Well, Alexstrasza. Alexstrasza kind of going, well, what's happening? We'll be friends, I guess. But they're definitely in a good position for that to like be, okay, well, how are we going to make friends? There's a chair here, mysteriously. It's been here the whole time, and it's kind of Vyranoth shaped. Do you want to sit down there, Vyranoth? We can be friends again? Maybe, please. And then you'll have the whole, we are the Dragonflight moment, because they love a name drop.
Oh, that's it.
Even though they suck every time.
They're just going to be like, yes, we are the Dragonflight. They will say all of these good things, and someone will look into the camera and say hope, right, as there's an orchestral rise, and then it'll go, doof, and then the World of Warcraft logo will fade in. And everyone will stand up in the cinema and clap! It's great!
Except for me, who will smash my head off the desk enough to let me enjoy it afterwards, let's say.
Can you tell that after playing through Overwatch 2 Invasions Being Mad are slightly tired of orchestral rises at the end of every single cinematic, because apparently they think they all have to feel like a trailer that's teasing you for something. Anyway, so, right. That conflict will be framed in the and more of this patch. I don't think Fyrakk will be defeated? Question mark? Because the big question, right, is patch 10.2 the final patch of the final major seasonal patch of this expansion, with us then having a, like a final sort of best, greatest hits season, right? Because if they did do it like that, then you'd probably have 10.2 launching like late October. Yes? Yes.
Yeah. Yes, it could. Like, it is on a razor's edge.
Late October.
I think if they plan it for before, they'll have to do it before, because if they don't release it before, then all of their BlizzCon plans are gone.